So I dreamt, I just got up, that America was the way it is now and has all those problems. And I was a little like old black lady, and something happened where like there wasn't as many teachers in schools, and I was worried about that because that's not good for the kiddos. And so I just like volunteered to be a teacher, and I was teaching math, and I was like really funny and really outspoken about stuff and just really direct, and I think the kids liked that. And we were like sharing a room, like the same room was for math and science, and the science teacher was like this really bubbly, sweet, gentle, which is more of like who I am now, which is funny, but blonde haired, white lady named Celia, or her last name was Celia, I guess. And so I was just taking up all the students' time, and we were having so much fun and stuff. And I was like bringing real life stuff into math in a very poignant way. I can't remember exacts, but I remember doing it. And the kids were just dying and laughing, and they were so happy. And there were all kinds of kids there. I think it was like probably fifth grade, no higher than fifth grade. And finally, Celia comes up to me, Miss Celia comes up to me, and she's like, "Hey, you're taking a lot of the kids' time. Like, I need to take them to the computer lab to work on some science stuff." And they weren't listening to her. They're like, "No, no, I want to stay with this lady." I don't know what my name was. And so, I wrote something on the board. I don't remember what it was. It was like a name, and I asked them what the name was. They're like, "Oh, I don't know." And I'm like, "I'll tell you who that name is." I'm like, something about like, "That's the man." And they're like, "Oh." And I'm like, "The man wants to keep you from going to science." So I'm like, "The man doesn't want you listening to your science teacher, Miss Celia." And they're like, "Oh, we don't listen to him. Oh, I love science. Let's go." And they start lining up to go out the door. Like, I found a common enemy for them, and for them to start liking that. And I was excited. I was like, yep, you're welcome. I did the thing. And Miss Steely comes over to me once the kids start going out of the room, and they're going to the science lab already because they're gonna fight the man on that. And fighting the man means going to science. That's what they're gonna do. And Miss Celia came up to me, and she's like, "Oh my God, like, you can't be saying stuff like that. You can't be teaching them that. Like, ah." And I went over to her in my dream, and I put my hand on her shoulder, and I'm like, "Miss Celia, Miss Celia, there comes a point in time, there comes a point in life where you have to start outsourcing your problems." So basically, I just chose like a common enemy, I guess, of peace and stuff, which, could be valid for America right now. And I was teaching kids that, and she's like, "Oh no, but you can't." And I'm like, "Yep." And then I woke up because our puppy shoved his tongue all the way up my nose, and that was alarming. Hi. So that's right. The last part of the dream before Rainbow stuck his tongue up my nose, which I think say hi to Rainbow. Rainbow was what was her name? Like Miss Celia was like, "Oh no, 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 we can't go teaching the kids that." And I was like, "We already have a common enemy. I have an enemy, you have an enemy, and it's also the enemy of the kids." So I was pretty much just like, I was so like different than myself. And oh my God, just so outspoken about stuff, and just so done with stuff, and just like, "Nope, we already have a common enemy, you and me." And they're like, "It's also the enemy of our children. Best to teach them now." That's how we, I guess, get them to listen. But in my waking life, I'm more of Miss Celia, where I get nervous to talk about things. I try really hard to be politically correct all the time, and I don't know the name of like who I was because it was just me. So I guess I was still Isabella. I guess. I don't know. as like the old black lady, but I hope I'll be able to be more like her in my day-to-day life. Dude, she was saying nothing but the truth, and she volunteered in the dream to take care of those kids. Like, I don't remember. I don't think I was getting paid. I was volunteering because like I cared about the kids. Like, that's really awesome. We have to be able to survive. So sadly, money helps, but I mean, goddamn.